Again, what is the name of your business?
That would be Walker Family Construction.
Okay, and how long have you been in the industry?
I've been in the industry for over 20 years.
20 years, wow. Is that because your family was also in construction?
Well, to get started, my father did a lot of DIY stuff before it was called DIY. And of course, he's going to recruit his oldest to help out. So he even said he remembered me when I was 5 pulling nails out of the tack strip from carpets on stairs.
Wow, okay. And how long have you been in Kentucky?
Kentucky's going over 2.5 years now.
And before that, where were you?
I lived in California. We both migrants here.
Yes, I'm from California too. Well, actually, from El Salvador, then California, but then Kentucky. So here we are. Ben has actually been very involved in a lot of the projects that I was involved with as well, with the new construction and stuff. Ben has been my go-to guy for a lot of different projects, and he's done a fabulous job, and I couldn't ask for more, Ben, so thank you so much.
Well, much appreciated. I hope we can keep the bond and the relationship going here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so let me ask you this, Ben. What types of jobs do you do?
So I'm learning that I'm the guy that doesn't say no. It could be for when you do maintenance and you work with property maintenance, you go in there and do something as a leaky faucet. We also could do deck repair, but I prefer doing new carpentry stuff. That was my experience for 20 years.
Okay, that was a question I was going to ask, was what your preference is.
Yes, my preference is carpentry. I do a lot of rough framing. I do a lot of decking. It's also along the same lines of parapet walls or trim. Okay. Carpentry is a wide range of things.
Yeah. In fact, Ben did the deck for 2 of the properties that we built. And there's the one on Creekville. He did a really beautiful finish around the edges of it, and I was very happily surprised when I saw that. So he went above and beyond for me on that one.
Yes, the second one I decided to do a premium routed edge on that one.
Premium routed edge. See, that's a new term I never heard of before. Now that the weather is getting rough, what can a homeowner do to keep one's deck better protected, if anything?
Well, it's kind of hard in between the seasons that we're in the season right now. One would be is to put another coat of paint on your deck before it gets wet, because it doesn't accept the paint very well. If you don't like the look of the paint, the clear coat, such as Thompson's water seal, would help.
Okay, and how often should one give one's deck this treatment?
Some people do it as often as once a year. I would say about every 2 years.
Okay. What about the roof? The roof gets a lot of beating.
Yes, especially in this particular area, we're going to get damage from hail, snow buildup. The very different weathers also damage it too. So there's a manufacturer warranty. Usually it's about 30 years. If you can't remember when the last time the roof was done, it's probably about time to get it redone, as the commercials would say. People don't have gutters that drain well. So the roof is a big unit. Everyone thinks, oh, this is my shingles. So it's an all working together unit.
Okay.
Just watershed everything away from the house. So the gutters would be one. When my dad taught me, when it's raining really hard, you don't want to do it. But go around the house.
Yeah.
Make sure everything's correct, dripping off. A lot of it is your flashing too. So with these windstorms, people don't realize that some of your flashing might have gotten blown away.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. Okay. I have had Ben over just to point some things out, and as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to have you over to fix those things, Ben.
Of course. Yes, that is something I've been doing quite a bit lately, is actually going in, and some people have them tearing out. Some people just want the flashing put back.
Okay. Well, what do you want Santa to bring you this year?
Well, for one to believe in Santa, it takes a special person. But at the same time, if you're talking about a New Year's resolution, at the same time, there's always driven goals to further oneself, as I would say. It was like this last year. It would be pronunciation of my words, slow down. At the same time, too, it's just getting higher contact with something that's above me would be the most priority.
Wonderful.
If you don't fail, if you don't try, if you don't find out what doesn't work, how do you know what works?
Exactly. I'm glad that you brought that up. Actually, I've been reading this one book that mentions Ford and Edison quite a bit. So, kind of.
Well, the one that got me is because It's also a workout term. You do your reps to failure. So if you're not failing, you're not trying.
I remember those days. I don't do that anymore. I mean, a little bit, but not as I used to. But anyway, this is a video for another time.
Yes, let's do a workout video together next. How's that sound?
You know what? Yeah, I like that idea. And if you had a message to share with our community and or the rest of the world, what would it be, Ben?
Don't put limits on your own self.
Yep.
I would never thought when I moved here that I would get to know a whole different group of people, different social classes, different people's stories. Also at the same time, don't limit what your thinking power to be and what your capabilities of doing things.
I agree 100%. That's something I'm learning too, is that what we think of ourselves can sometimes limit us or it can propel us, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. So if people could, if they needed to reach you for a job or anything else, how could they reach you, Ben?
Well, probably would be the best way would be by phone. But, by text, my number is 707-888-8151. If you want something local, that'd be 270-600-9282. That'd be the office phone. Leave a message.
All right. So this is Ben with Walker Family Construction.
Thank you, Ana. This has been a pleasure to speak with you and reflect back on how things are going in life.
I'm grateful that you were here too, Ben. Thank you so much for coming in. Happy holidays!
Happy holidays.